There's a man working at a bar. From opening to closing, he serves, he cleans, he listens to customers vent. And some of them are really nice, some of them are really sweet, and some of them will even crack a smile on you with like a really funny joke or interesting conversation topic that honestly makes a pretty grueling 8-hour shift go by a lot quicker. Some are just really easy to deal with without any like positive or negative emotions. They know what they want, they get their drink and then they leave. But ooh, most days it really feels like the gates of hell have opened. You get drunk idiots acting stupid and aggressive. You get entitled jerks who think they can talk to you however they want. You have women acting like they're gonna trade sexual favors for free drinks, but we all know that no, that's not gonna happen. And then you have men hitting on the female bartenders as if they think they have like some 1000% charisma. And it's like, dude, no, you're drunk. Get out, leave. He does his job the best he can, but he does it knowing damn well all these anxious thoughts are just going to be accompanying him all day. And you'd think, oh, you've worked this job for a while. Why do you have anything to be anxious about? Well, every day it just feels like a new problem. And honestly, sometimes the problems don't get easier, And every night he comes home and he's haunted. He's haunted because he knows he's just going to go back to work the next day and he doesn't know what's going to be waiting for him. And he wants to do something. He wants to do something with his life, with whatever free time he has, but he's so mentally drained. And all he can think about is sleep now and the horrors will start again. Time marches on and you're wasting whatever free time you have on sleep. So he just doesn't sleep. Instead of really doing anything, these things just sort of haunt him until his body succumbs to exhaustion. Today is a new day. Your shift is in 1 hour. Shower, brush your teeth, forget your breakfast, drive off. You got 20 minutes now. The bar is slow today. There's nothing to do. Restrooms are cleaned. Floor is broomed. Drinks are stocked. Periodically, you check your phone, feeling totally guilty for not doing nothing. About what exactly? Wasting company time or not living your life? Customers are coming in. His mind flashes back when he first started. He was excited to serve, enthusiastic even. But working with people you don't know, that you only meet once, that's not always easy, especially when the motto is, the customer is always right. The man does what he needs to shake off his anxiety and rumination. He serves each customer as best as he can. What he feels can only be described as feeling lost in space with a cracked helmet. Any second it's gonna break and you're gonna suffocate from the pressure, and your resolve will break as it freezes to 2.7 Kelvin temperature. Along with working by himself, it makes his shift feel like a one-man war. During the rush, all he can hear is, "You got my drink wrong." "What do you mean you're out of stock?" "Can't you make this stronger?" "Hey, yo, somebody threw up. What kind of place are you running?" He can't even hear himself think. But the man endures. Every sly remark, every impatient glare, every repetitive question. He can't tell what's worse. Having to be treated with so little care, or the fear of being fired for something out of his control. It just forces him into this silent submission. He just takes it like a rag doll. 7 hours later, he returns home mentally sore. He drives home, and it is definitely the highlight of the day for him. He listens to angry rock music, and he is alone with his thoughts. He can yell, he can scream, he can say, "Those fucking bastards!" to himself. It's almost cathartic. It's probably not healthy, though. Definitely not healthy, but he makes it home, and he's tired, but he can't sleep. Still, work is over. He should have some fun. Watch a movie or play a video game, but he can't pick one. Just the idea of having to decide stresses the man to his core. Can't even enjoy what free time he has. So he settles for flipping through social media, probably burning his retinas as he's doing it. He thinks about using his PTO or sick time to take the next day off. He knows his boss will guilt trip him about it. He recalls one time his boss doubted he was sick, when in fact he was on the verge of throwing up. Poor man almost passed out in the middle of the shift, and the customers didn't care. They let a sick man just serve them drinks, touch their shit. This poor bartender is just pushing through the abuse, the soul-crushing isolation, and even feeling disillusioned with humanity. And it's like, yeah, of course, we have to love each other. We're all we have, but like, think about it. If you only had negative interactions with people day in and day out, you're at an age where you can't really see your parents as much. Your friends are always busy, and all you have is your job, and it's painful. You're gonna want to turn your back on humanity. He feels like his life has turned into a long, dreadful drive with a cracked windshield. He knows what's ahead of him, but the actual direction is so unclear. And how many of us actually go through this? Cooks, retail workers, salesmen, theater ushers, even teachers experience this every day, feeling like an android working with no goal. And people always have an easy solution. Just quit your job. Which, for some, is really not that simple, especially when the job market is bad, when you don't really have that many skills aside from the one job, and there are just so many finite opportunities. And the what ifs kick in on how one mistake can just destroy your entire livelihood, especially when you're already just hanging by a thread. It sounds dreadful, but you got two options. Maybe more, but I'm just going to focus on two options. Option A, you sulk in your private hell until that crack in the windshield shatters and you put yourself somewhere worse. Option B, you take a stand and say, I don't deserve to be treated like this. I deserve to be treated with decency. And I'm not talking about the asshole customers or the unfair higher-ups. No, I'm talking about you. You need to give yourself more credit. Be nice to yourself. Do yourself a favor and believe you're capable of more. You've made it this far in life. Are you really going to tell me there isn't something you can do that you can't do that's better than this? You've served hundreds of people, but the one person you aren't serving is you, so you need to get up and fight for your own happiness. The journey to free yourself is not easy. Truthfully, it isn't. Horrifying even. Taking a chance on something risky, or even risk it all on something it takes guts, but life isn't about easy opportunities. It's not about easy choices. Life is about working for what you need to believe, and it's about taking that chance. It's about research, okay? Just take a little bit of time every day, 10 minutes before you go to bed, and think about your options. Research. We have supercomputers in our hands. Just use them for something aside from scrolling around looking for memes, searching around for self-help and motivation. Use it for something that is going to help you push forward. Because if you keep driving with that cracked windshield, I don't want to think about what's going to happen to you. So go. Go and make something better of yourself. I believe in you.